really don't know if we realize how much we behave in certain ways just based on how people expect us to behave, or we talk, we act, we dress in certain ways just because people expect that of us. There's this unwritten rule book that's given to every one of us by society, and it comes from all sorts of places. For instance, I'm going to use myself as an example. Being the quiet, reserved child, introvert, I would basically, I literally thought I was an introvert growing up just because, like, while growing up, people would say, oh, this child is quiet, or this child is shy, or this child is reserved, and that sort of thing. So unknowingly, I started behaving in that way. And while growing up, even in times when I had my extrovert moments where I'm supposed to be loud and chaotic and outgoing, just because I have been tagged as the introvert, I will basically want to fit into that persona. So it doesn't seem like I am no longer that person. So it's very, very common in society. People behave in certain ways just because society expects them to behave in that way. Especially with social media nowadays, like there's everything, there's every group of persons basically. We have gym girls, we have people who are corporate, we have those who are anti-corporate. There's just all sorts of tags given to people nowadays. Everything has a tag in society nowadays. So feminist, which feminism is not bad, but there's just certain kind of rules that it just seems like every group has, and you are not allowed to act outside that group. As long as you started showing yourself to people, maybe on social media, you're not allowed to actually act outside that persona. Forgetting that human beings are very dynamic, we're very complex. We can be different things at the same time. So putting people in a box, people have unwillingly put themselves in a box just because society expects them to dress in a certain way. If maybe you like, I'm not saying anything about maybe modest. I'm just using this as an example. If you're being tagged, maybe in the modest movement, and just because people expect you to be like that, like there's a rule that you must be like that, so you just want to act to fit into that persona. Basically on social media, people even do it based on their jobs. We have people who do forex wanting to dress in a certain kind of way, wanting to show wealth in a certain kind of way, not because they want to, but just because they want to feel like, basically want to match the persona of that field. It happens all the time. If you look around society, you see people are just basically playing roles that they probably have no business in, just because they want to fit into a particular persona. That's one thing I've been really, really, one of the best things you can do in life is basically to be self-aware, to know, to ask yourself certain questions. Am I doing this because this is what people expect from me? Am I being like this because, am I dressing this way because that is what the personality society has given me, expects me to dress like? Am I talking in this way just because that's what's expected of me? Or is that what I am really, basically? So it's one thing that I feel like everyone should try as much as possible. That's one of the reasons why I try as much as possible whenever I'm on social media and I see something, I'm always very self-aware to know, am I doing this because of this video, or because of this is the persona that was given to me? Like, try to be less biased basically based on how you um how you perceive things, basically. So I'm going to use another example. I remember working as a in corporate, when I was working on site. I had um I was seen as this serious straight A student. And then I randomly mentioned to a colleague, I think we were having a conversation, and I randomly mentioned to her that, oh, that someday in the near future, I'll probably be getting into acting or modeling. And she was like, you need to see how funny her face was. Like, okay, that's outside. Like, it gave, like, who gave you permission to do that? That's like outside of the personality that I gave you, basically. So people make up personalities in their head about you. And if you're not careful, you just start acting in that way and wanting to fit into that rule that they've given you, and don't want to do anything outside it because maybe for some reason you don't want to disappoint them. And there is no hard feelings in not wanting to disappoint them. It might be something you're doing unconsciously, but it's just something you have to be aware of, which is one of the things I'm being very self-aware. And I'm hoping that someone else probably learns something from this and tries to break free from that cage that society creates for you. Some days I am an introvert, other days I'm extrovert. I can be whatever I want to be at any point in time. And yeah, that is how life should be basically. That's what makes life. The complexities is what makes life beautiful. I hope this video was helpful to anyone. I share videos like this all the time, basically on my thoughts and reflections as I'm trying to navigate life and discovering new things. If you can, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and also drop your comments on what you think about this topic. That would really be great. So, thank you.